Okay. Should be good now. Looks like we're back up to 1080p. Let me quickly just redo my YouTube stream settings. Alrighty. Also, I think I didn't update my Twitch section or whatever. Yeah, I'm still in World of Warcraft. Whoops, we're getting better at this. Or at least we're learning. Okay, there we go. That is swapped over to Dungeonborne, at least for the time being. Even though we might be doing some Dark and Darker. I did play a match of Dark and Darker off stream earlier today. I played some Bard, did a little, or made a little Bard multi-class build. Yo, what's up, Gracie from Twitch? Yeah, take it easy, Winnie the Pooh. Appreciate you, brother. We're expecting incoming missiles from Russia in 2 to 3 hours. Oh my goodness, man. I have not stayed up to date on that conflict, to be perfectly honest. Like, I was relatively up to date whenever it originally started, but that is crazy. Like, I had no idea that it was still like that, you know, I don't know, active. Like, I didn't even know it was still active. I feel like I remember the US was talking about providing some sort of like off ramp to Putin in regards to trying to get the conflict to end. But obviously, like, I mean, I'm speaking way out of my wheelhouse, just to be clear. Like, I do not know a lot about world like geopolitics or whatever. I mean, I know a little bit, like maybe more than the average person, but I don't want to, I'm not going to like act like I know what I'm talking about by any means. But that was like one of the last things I remember hearing about it, was that we were supposed to be presumably talking about offering Putin an off ramp, but maybe that didn't actually happen. I have no idea. Okay, we got that pinned. We are pretty much good to go. We're mostly used to this already. It's been more than 2 years, so it's okay, quote unquote, XD. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's, I mean, hey, try and find bright spots where you can. And yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. It's been for more than 2 years, because yeah, I was gonna say it's been a long time since like I remember, you know, seeing about that type of stuff. So it is pretty crazy. I'm sorry to hear about that, brother. Hoping the best for you and yours. All right, let me double check. I got my chat in my stream manager up properly, I believe. Think anyways. I think that looks good. Can we play duo? Probably not. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna be doing at this exact moment. I'm probably gonna be starting off with Dungeonborne. I think I might swap over to play some Dark and Darker, like some sub 25, just like chill, goofy lobbies for a bit as well at some point, and might switch to Deadlock later in the stream. Not positive yet, but wanted to just hop in here and get some games in and, you know, play. Also open to just like chatting about random stuff if people in the chat want to like talk about, you know, Dungeonborne or Dark and Darker or other games or whatever. I was just in Firebox's stream and he was talking a lot about like the state of the games and things of that nature, which, you know, me and him have a lot of similar opinions and are probably going through like some similar stuff. Him probably just on a much larger scale because he's a bigger creator than me, obviously. But, you know, just wanted to throw that out there that I'm down to talk about random things such as the state of the game or whatever. So don't feel afraid to, you know, type some stuff in chat or drop your opinions or whatever. What you vaping on? I'm vaping on some strawberry watermelon. Strawberry watermelon. All right, I haven't played Dungeonborne in a few days. This is probably gonna not go well. I think I'm just gonna like try a casual match and just see what happens. I think that would make me kind of part of the problem with the game if I actually find people, but I mean, people have been saying that they're finding legendaries in casual, so who knows? Maybe I'll run into that and I'll just get molly stomped early on or right away. But I haven't played in a couple of days, so I'm just kind of curious to see what's going on with the lobbies right now. Like, are people... Like, am I even gonna find lobbies in casual or classic? I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't have a legendary of my own. Hold on, let me actually... What's the price of legendaries right now? I mean, stuff's gone down some, but I still don't have enough for, like, fairy ring. Whatever, maybe I just grab an orb so I can just run a legendary. Could also grab the High Elf Guardian Sword, but it gives Dex, which I don't... Well, I mean, Dex isn't bad. I think orb would probably be better though, so screw it, I'm just gonna grab an orb. Actually pretty cheap. Fizz damage and added lightning damage to weapon attacks. Not precisely what we were looking for, but it's not the end of the world. There's only 1,000,000 gold, so it's honestly not actually that expensive, but not exactly the stats we were looking for, but it's whatever. You're about to kill the last guy playing the game law? Aw, hell. I hope not. Cherry limeade here? Word. Sounds like a good flavor. I'm usually a fan of like the sour, like fruity flavors. Those are kind of like my go-to if I'm being honest. Some good updates will give it life, but it's not... Or is Dungeonborne dying? Some good updates will give it life, but it's not looking good at the moment. What's killing it, you guys think? Well, Dungeonborne is definitely dying. I'll just throw that out there and say that that is like kind of... I don't even know if you could say it's up for debate at this point. I mean, the amount of player rupturing that's happening, like the game's bleeding out. It is, it's rough. I mean, it is just legit bleeding out. with that being said, it's like it's not dead yet, but it's definitely it's getting there. Some good updates will give it life, but it's not like good at the moment. Yeah, that's definitely true. As Firebox was saying, and like as we were kind of talking about, the game has a long list of things that need to be fixed sooner rather than later. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like while I agree with that take from Firebox, I will also say that from my perspective, and maybe this is just because I have a really skewed perspective on the game because of like how much I played it or how much I'd already played Dark and Darker previously, so I was just kind of at an advantage compared to like truly new players. But like the list for me is just like actually not that long. Like I feel like if like let me think. If there was a patch that came out tomorrow and they were like, look, uniques and legendaries no longer time gated. There's like a I don't know, like somewhere between a 0.5% chance or maybe like a 0.25 and a 2% drop chance for, you know, like some of the best uniques would be like around 0.25% or 0.5% or whatever, and then some of the least, you know, sought after legendaries would be like upwards of 1.5 2% from the Shadow Monarch. They were like, that's going to be the new drop table. Also, there's going to be like a 5% drop chance for exceptionals or like 10% drop chance or something. I don't know. Yeah, the numbers aren't super important, but just you probably get the point. If they did that, then they also removed the ability to dice legendaries